ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणम् तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे पुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावः दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनम् देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी कैवर्तककेशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटम् नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितम् लोके सज्जन षट्पदैरहरहः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयाद् भारत पंकजं कलिमल प्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिम् यत्कृपात्तमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुः सुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्. You can read from Tatra Tatraitat Syat. From that you can read. That is, I think we can go a little further. We can read from Iha tu Ashrama Vikalpa. From that line. Iha tu Ashrama Vikalpam Darshayata.
Iha tu
आश्रम विकल्पं दर्शयता
यावज्जीव श्रुति चोदितानाम् एव कर्मणां परित्यागः उक्तः
कर्मणां परित्यागः युक्तः.
We have seen all these lines. Just introduction. Tat katam idrisham viruddham artham Arjunaya bruyat Bhagavan.
Arjunaya bruyat Bhagavan.
Shrotava katham viruddham artham avadharayet.
Shrotava katham viruddham artham avadharayet.
The third chapter in the shloka Jnana Yogena Sankyanam Karma Yogena Yoginam, which we are going to see, where Bhagavan has clearly shown the Vikalpa, Ashrama Vikalpam Darshayata, while showing the division of Ashrama. Bhagavan Krishna has said, Yavad Jiva Shuti Choritana, Yavad Jivam Tavat Agnihotram Juguyat. That is Karma Kartavyam, that Shuti Vakya. Shuti Chodita Karma, that Karma Parityaga, Uktaha. That Karma Parityagaha is Uktaha for sannyasi. So the renunciation, the giving up of karma is prescribed for sannyasi, Sankhya, iti, the third chapter here. Now, Vashakara says, that being so, Katam idrisham viruddham artham Arjunaya bruyat Bhagavan. How can the Bhagavan say such a contradictory thing to Arjuna? And also, how can the listener would understand such contradictory thing? What is the contradiction? contradiction is jnana karma samuchaya. That is a contradiction. Bhagavan Krishna says Sankhya sannyasis give up karma. They give up karma. Karmanam parityaga uktaha tesham. That is, jnana and karma cannot be combined. Only by jnana moksha is possible. So karma, the support, the help of karma is only up to the level of chitta shuddhi. So therefore, if Bhagavan had told jnana karma samuchaya, then Arjuna would not have asked this question. But Bhagavan has clearly told in the Ashrama Vikalpa, that shloka, karma parityaga for sannyasis sankhya iti, very clearly he has said. Therefore, it is proper on the part of Arjuna to ask question if jnanam, if sannyasam, jnanam gives moksha, and that jnanam, for jnanam, the conducive pursuit is sannyasa, if that gives moksha, why do you involve me in this ghora karma? That is proper. But if Bhagavan had taught jnana karma samuchaya, then why did Arjuna ask this question, jayasi chet karmanaste mata buddhir janardana iti? That question becomes viruddham. Idrisham viruddham artham Arjunaya Bhagavan katam bruyat, and also how the listener will understand. So that is the contradiction. Then for that, the Vritikara says, Tatra etat syat.
Tatra etat syat.
Grihasthanam eva shrauta karma parityagena.
Grihasthanam eva shrauta karma parityagena.
Kevalat eva jnanat mokshaha pratishidyate.
Kevalat eva jnanat mokshaha pratishidyate.
Natu ashramantaranam iti.
Natu ashramantaranam iti.
The Vritikara says, then we can keep it this way. For the Grihastha, only for the Grihastha, the householders, mokshaha is pratishidyate, only for the kevalat jnanat mokshaha pratishidyate. That is, the moksha through kevala jnana, mere knowledge, only by jnana. That is, by giving up karma parityagena, kevalat jnanat mokshaha pratishidyate, not for the other ashrama, because Bhagavan Krishna had told sannyasis, sankhya, they give up karma, and through jnanam they gain moksha. So let us keep it this way. It is applicable for the other ashrama, not for Grihastha. For Grihasthas, kevalat jnanat mokshaha pratishidyate karma parityagena. So moksha is not possible or not there for the Grihastha, only through kevala jnana, mere knowledge. Karma parityagena, by giving up the shruti chodita karma. So the Vritikara says it could be this way. Then for that also Vashikara replies, Etadapi purvottara viruddham eva.
Etadapi purvottara viruddham eva.
This is also contradictory only. Purva uttara viruddham eva is also contradictory to the previous statement. Between the purva and the uttara, previous and the forms, these are the later statements contradictory. Katam sarvashraminam jnana karmanoho samuchayah.
Sarvashraminam jnana karmanoho samuchayah.
Gita shastre nischitaha artaha iti.
गीताशास्त्रे
निश्चितः
अर्थ
इति
इति
प्रतिज्ञाय
प्रतिज्ञाय
इह कथं तद्विरुद्धम्
यः
इह
कथं
कथं
तद्विरुद्धम्
विरुद्धम्
केवलात् एव ज्ञानात् मोक्षम्
केवलादेव ज्ञानान्मोक्षम्
ब्रूयात् आश्रमान्तराणाम्
ब्रूयादाश्रमाणाम्
सर्वाश्रमिणां ज्ञानकर्मणोः समुच्चयः गीताशास्त्रे निश्चितः अर्थः इति प्रतिज्ञाय. So pratigya done by the Vritikara in this Sambandha Grantha, that is introduction, that for the people in all the ashrama, all the stages of life, jnana karma samuchaya is the jnana karma samuchaya is required. The combination of knowledge and action. Yes, that is the Gita Shastre Nischitaha Arthaha. That is the ascertained, the teaching of the Gita Shastra iti. He has done the pratigya. He has proclaimed that in the Sambandha Grantha. Now, contradicting that, Kevalat Jnanat Moksha, Kevalat Jnanat Moksham Bruyat, Ashrama Antarana. For the people in the other ashrama, other than Grihastha, for them, moksha is prescribed or moksha is possible for them through Kevala Jnana. Is it not contradictory? It is contradictory. So, up to this we saw. Now, the Vritikara will say, we will explain what is the meaning of the word Kevala Jnanam. In what sense I have used, iti Vritikara will say. Kevala Jnanam is not that Jnanam devoid of karma. It is karma sagita Jnanam only. That he will explain how the word Kevala Jnanam has got karma also. That is, could be the possible answer on the side of Purva Pakshi. So Bhashyakara imagines that could be the possible answer of Purva Pakshi. Therefore, he says here, this is Purva Pakshi. Now Purva Pakshi answers. And the Bhashyakara points out the contradiction. Now Purva Pakshi, he answers. Athamatham Shrauta Karma Apekshaya Etat Vachanam
श्रौतकर्मापेक्षया वचनम्
Kevalat eva jnanat
केवलादेव ज्ञानात्
Shrauta Karma Rahitat
श्रोत्रकर्मरहितात्
Grihasthanam Mokshaha Pratishidyate iti.
गृहस्थानां मोक्षः प्रतिषिध्यते इति
Tatra Grihasthanam
तत्र
गृहस्थानां
Vidyamanam api
विद्यमानमपि
Smartam Karma
स्मार्तं कर्म
Avidyamanavat
अविद्यमानवत्
Upekshya
उपेक्ष्य
Jnanat eva kevalat iti uchyate iti.
ज्ञानादेव केवलात् उच्यते
इति
Yes. Kevala Jnanat, Kevala Jnanam, Kevala Jnanat Mokshaha and Ashramantaranam, Natu Grihasthana. Why this is not contradictory, I will tell. Who says Purva Pakshi? That is, Kevala Jnanam, when I say, it involves the karma. It is not that mere knowledge. Kevala Jnanat Mokshaha for Ashramantarana. That is, for the other people, other than Grihasthas. Whereas for the Grihastha, Kevala Jnanam alone will not work for moksha. It means what does it mean, Kevala Jnanam? That is, two types of karma. Karmas are there, which we saw: Shrauta karma, Smarta karma. Karma prescribed by the Shruti, all the Nitya karma, Nitya Nimiktikadi karma, Shrauta karma. Smarta karma, the karma prescribed by Smriti, Itihasa, Purana, Smarta karma. So, when Vritikara says, Kevala Jnanat, Mokshaha Pratishidyate, here the Kevala Jnanam means Shrauta karma abhavaha. Shrauta karma ragitat jnanat mokshaha pratishidyate for grihasthas, whereas for the other ashramas, sannyasis, etc., na pratishidyate. That is, moksha is possible, is possible for the grihastha by the jnanam with Shrauta karma, combined with Shrauta karma. Shrauta karma sagitat jnanat, that is for grihastha. Shrauta karma ragitat jnanat for anyashramina. So by bringing in the Shrauta karma, it tries to bring in the difference in the meaning of the word Kevala Jnana. The Jnanam, which is not combined with Shrauta karma, is what I mean Kevala Jnana. The Kevala Jnanam is the Jnanam which is not combined with Shrauta karma. Grihasthas cannot give up Shrauta karma, they must do. So, therefore, Kevala Jnanat Grihasthana na mokshaha. The sannyasis, they have to give up the Shrauta karma, Shruti Vigita karma, Nitya Nimit karma. Therefore, Kevala Jnanat mokshaha. Then also question comes, if Shrauta karma is given up by other ashramas, then still you are saying Jnana karma samuchaya. Oh, no. That is, I talk Shrauta karma can be given up by the sannyasis. Shrauta karma should be followed by the grihastha. But what about Smarta karma? Smarta karma must be followed by all the ashramas. Smarta karma, that has to be followed by whether it is grihastha or sannyasa. So, Smarta karma, they cannot give up. It is understood that Smarta karma, it is there. Only with reference to Shrauta karma only, I am saying Kevala Jnanat. Smarta karma is taken for granted. It is there. It need not be mentioned. That is what Purva Pakshi says here. That is, by Kevala Jnanat mokshaha pratishidyate grihasthana means there Shrauta karma ragita jnanat. This is number one. For the other ashrama, sannyasis, other ashrama mainly sannyasis, for them, moksha is possible. Moksha is possible where Kevala Jnana, where the meaning of the word Kevala Jnanam is this Shrauta karma ragitat jnanat mokshaha bhavati sannyasinam. Shrauta karma ragitat jnanat mokshaha pratishidyate grihasthana iti. So, for sannyasi, by Kevala Jnanam, they get moksha. It means they don't have to combine the jnana with the karma. There is no combination of jnanam and Shrauta karma. But they have to combine Smarta karma. Smarta karma with jnanam. That is common for all the ashrama. Therefore, Sarva ashraminam jnana karma samuchayaha Gita Shastra Uttaha, that stands good. There is no contradiction. So, what I said is correct only. There is a contradiction. Grihasthas have to do Shrauta karma, Smarta karma, and Jnanam for moksha. This is a prescription for Grihastha. Then for sannyasis, the prescription is smarta karma with jnanam. So they have to do all these smarta karma, puja, ityadi, smarta karma. They cannot give up. They have to do. It is there, even though not mentioned, it is there. So therefore, for Grihastha, jnanam along with Shrauta smarta karma, and for sannyasi, for them smarta jnana. They have to combine jnanam with smarta karma. Therefore, kevala jnanam means jnanam with smarta karma. That is pratisiddha negated. That is for Grihastha. For sannyasi, the kevala jnanam, that is karma with smarta, the jnanam with smarta karma. By that, for the moksha is. So, therefore, combination of karma is required for all the ashrama. That is jnanam with smarta karma. For Grihastha, one more is the Shrauta karma. Whereas for sannyasi, only smarta and jnana, no Shrauta karma. So what I said is correct. So kevala jnanat mokshaha pratisiddhyate Grihasthanam. It is correct. That is what the meaning of kevala jnanam is. Then the kevala jnanam, that smarta karma should be mentioned. Without mentioning, how people will understand? No, everything need not be mentioned. When I ask you for water, will you give water in the cup, or you will give only water? How can you give water? The cup is understood. Without cup, there is no water. You have to bring in a container, some vessel. We can give a modern example. When you order the mobile phone comes with a charger. The charger need not be ordered. It comes along with the specific, each adapter is specific for the mobile. So you don't order the adapter separately. It is taken for granted. It is there. In the price of the mobile itself, the price of the adapter is there. So you don't have to say, I need a mobile phone with adapter. It is understood. That similarly, smarta karma is taken for granted. It is there. So therefore, it need not be specified. So therefore, here kevala jnanam means knowledge not combined with Shrauta karma, but it is combined with smarta karma. That is called kevala jnana. That by that kevala jnanam, moksha is not there for Grihastha, whereas for sannyasi, moksha is. So therefore, all the people of all the ashrama, jnana karma samuchaya is there. So therefore, my statement is right. Jnana karma samuchaya asti eva iti. If Purvapakshi argues, Bhashyakara says, if this could be the argument of Purvapakshi, therefore, Shrauta karma apekshya etat vachanam atamatam. Bhashyakara imagines, if this is your view, opinion, your matam, your opinion, what is the opinion? From the standpoint of Shrauta karma apekshya. Shrauta karma is nitya nimitikadi vaidika karma, veda vigita karma apekshya. Etat vachanam, this vachanam, what vachanam? That kevala jnanat Shrauta karma rahitat grihasthanam mokshaha pratisiddhyate iti. Kevala jnanam, that is mere knowledge, and the knowledge is without Shrauta karma. Knowledge devoid of Shrauta karma. It is by that Grihasthana, for Grihastha, moksha is negated. If this is your explanation of the word kevala jnanam from the standpoint of Shrauta karma, tatra, this is the statement. This is a statement of Purvapakshi. But Bhashyakara presents, as though Purvapakshi presents this, imagines this could be the possible reply for the contradiction, what Bhashyakara had said. Tatra Grihasthana, for the Grihasthas, vidyamanam api smartam karma avidyamanavat upekshya. taking for granted this smarta karma, even though it is prescribed, as though it is not there. It is not there means really it is not there. It is there, as though it is not there. Avidyamanavat upekshya. It is taken for granted. Therefore, it seems as though it is not there. Vidyamanamapi. It is present. It is there. That is why this example I gave. Adapter always is there. So, need not be specifically said. So, therefore, it's smarta karma always is there. So, we need not specifically say smarta karma. Therefore, kevala jnanat eva kevalat iti uchyate iti. So, smarta karma is there. So, kevala jnanam is that jnanam with smarta karma iti uchyate iti. If this is so, iti. So, therefore, this is the view of, this is the argument of the Purva Pakshi. Now, Bhashyakara says, Etadapi viruddham.
Etadapi viruddham.
This is also not proper, not correct. It is also contradictory. Katam. How it is contradictory? Girgastasya eva. Smarta karmana samuchitat. Jnanat mokshaha pratishidyate. Natu ashramantaranam iti. Katam vivekibhihi shakyam avadharayitum. For the grihastha, the jnana, Shrauta karma sagita jnanam gives moksha. For sannyasi, Shrauta karma ragita jnanam, smarta karma sagitam gives moksha. So for grihastha, Shrauta karma is there. Smarta karma also is there. For sannyasi, no Shrauta karma but smarta karma. So karma being there, why there is this pakshapata? Why there is such partiality? What these grihastha have done? Why there is partiality? Grihasthana smarta karma samuchitat jnanat mokshaha pratichidyate. Smarta karmana samuchitat jnanat mokshaha pratichidyate. Grihasthas cannot have moksha with the knowledge combined with smarta karma. Whereas for other ashrama, it is possible. Natu ashramantarana na pratishidyate. It is not negated for the people in the other ashrama, sannyasis, etc. Whereas for grihastha, it is negated. Moksha is negated. That is, the knowledge combined with smarta karma, giving moksha is negated for grihastha, whereas it is not negated for the sannyasis. Iti, how can this vivekibhihi, how can the person, the people with viveka buddhi, how can they understand? Avadharayitum shakyam. How can they understand this pakshapata, this discrimination? It should have a basis. If you are discriminating, you should have a basis to discriminate. For one set of people, it is denied. For other set of people, it is not denied. But both are doing karma only. So, what these grihasthas have done, for them, the moksha is denied. Therefore, it's a contradiction only. So, this pakshapata is not proper unless it has a basis to say. Therefore, a person with viveka, how can will understand? Avadharayitum katam shakyam vivekibhihi. Iti. Then the next time. Kincha. यदि मोक्ष साधनत्वेन
यदि
यदि
मोक्ष
मोक्षसाधनत्वेन
स्मार्तानि कर्माणि
स्मार्तानि
कर्माणि
ऊर्ध्वरेतसां समुच्चीयन्ते
ऊर्ध्वरेतसां समुच्यन्ते
तथा गृहस्थस्य अपि
तथा
गृहस्थस्यापि
इष्यताम्
इष्यताम्
स्मार्तैः एव
स्मार्तैः एव
समुच्चयः न श्रोतैः
समुच्चयः न श्रोतैः
मोरोवर् किञ्च यदि मोक्षसाधनत्वेन स्मार्तानि कर्माणि ऊर्ध्वरेतसां समुच्चीयन्ते समुच्चीयन्ते, that is the sentence within yadi, that is ऊर्ध्वरेतसां. Urdhvareta means the people who follows the brahmacharya, they are called urdhvaretas, therefore sannyasis. So urdhvaretasam sannyasinam samuchiyante. Samuchiyante is combined. Sannyasinam samuchiyante. Jnana moksha sadhanatvena. Moksha sadhanatvena. As a means, sadhanam, that which has a status of being the sadhanam for moksha. The means, the status of being the means for moksha. What? Smartani karmani. Smarta karma. Smarta karma, the actions, that is karma prescribed by Smriti, that samuchiyante, jnana sadhanatvena. As a means of moksha, it is samuchiyante, it is combined with jnana, for whom it is urdhvaretas. Then tata grihasthasya api ishyatam smartaihi samuchyaha. Similarly, for grihasthas also, it is desired. What is desired? That smartaihi eva samuchyaha. That combination of jnanam with smarta karma alone. That is only desired for grihastha also. Na shrautaihi, not with shruti vigita karma. Vashakara, he says, if you say jnana karma samuchaya, if moksha is attainable only by samuchaya, jnana karma samuchaya, then it should be this way. What? For grihasthas also, this samuchaya should be with smarta karma, na shrautaihi, not with shrota karma. If you say that, then there is no pakshapata, there is no partiality. Then your argument seems to be valid, but here pakshapata is there. Bhashyakara doesn't accept jnana karma samuchaya. He says if jnana karma samuchaya, if you prescribe for all the ashrama and saying that whether it is urdhvaretas or whether it is grihastha, smartehi eva samuchayaha uttaha chet, then it is proper. But you are saying for grihastha, shrautaihi also, along with shrauta karma also, then that is not proper. So for sannyasis to gain moksha, jnanam with smarta karma, if that is accepted, then for grihasthas also it should be the same. Jnana sagita, the smarta karma sagita jnanena moksha iti, that is accepted. But you are saying for grihastha they have to bring in shrauta karma also. That is not proper. So if smarta jnana combination, if it is prescribed for sannyasis, the same thing should be prescribed for grihasthas also. Therefore ishyate grihasthasya api ishyatam iti. The Bhashyakara says that if you say like that, at least there is some logic. There is some logic in that. Therefore, those who listen, they may understand your logic. Vivekibihi avadarayitam shakyam. But here it is not. Pakshapata is there. There is partiality. You are, in fact, burdening the Grihastha with more karma. So, therefore, that is not proper. Then, the next line. Ata shrautaihi smartaischa
Atha
श्रोतैः
smartaiश्च
स्मार्तैश्च
Grihasthasya eva samuchayah mokshaya
गृहस्थस्य एव समुच्चयः
मोक्षाय
urdhvaretasam tu
ऊर्ध्वरेतांस्तु
martha karma matra samuchitat
मार्तकर्मसमुचितात्
jnanat mokshaha iti.
ज्ञानात् मोक्षः इति
So, but what you are saying is, ata shrotaihi smartaihi grihasthasya samuchayah mokshaya urdhvaretasam tu smartha karma matra samuchitat mokshat iti. Jnanat mokshaha iti. But what you are saying is, for the grihastha, the combination of jnanam with shrauta and smriti, shrauta karma and smriti karma. For moksha, it is required for grihastha. Whereas for sannyasi, moksha is through jnanam with smriti, smartha karma, smriti based karma. So, Atha means on the other hand. Whereas you say like this, what shrautaihi smartaihi grihasthasya samuchayah karaniyaha. For what? Mokshaya. Grihasthas should do the combination, should combine jnanam with shrauta karma, smartha karma for moksha. Whereas urdhvaretasam sannyasinam sankyanam tu smartha karma matra samuchitat, only smartha karma. Samuchitat jnanat, that's called kevala jnanat according to the Vrittikara. Mokshaha siddhyati for, this is for sannyasi. You say like this. So, therefore, it is not proper. Then, tatraivam sati
तत्रैवं सति
सति
grihasthasya
गृहस्थस्य
bahulyat
बाहुल्यात्
shrautam smartam cha
श्रोतं स्मार्तं च
bahudukha roopam karma
बहुरूपं
दुःखरूपं
कर्म
shirasya aropitam syat.
शिरस्य आरोपितं स्यात्
So, Bhashyakara says here that implication of what you say, that is, Grihasthasya smartaihi shautaihi smartaihi samuchayah mokshaya. Whereas sannyasinam smartaihi samuchayah mokshaya kevala jnanat. If you say like this, tatraivam sati, if this being so, what happened to grihastha? Grihasthasya ayasa bagulyat shrautam smartam cha bhagudukha roopam karma shirasya aropitam syat. You are overburdening the grihastha. Ayasa bagulyam. Ayasa bagulyam. Bagulyam means abundant, more. Ayasa is the effort, the exertion. More exertion is on the shoulder of the grihastha. Why? Because they have to do shrauta karma as well as smartha karma. Therefore, this observance of shrauta and smartha karma, bhagudukha roopam, which is in the form of bhagudukha roopam karma. Because ayasa is there, therefore dukkham will be there. So exertion is there, therefore tiredness. You are burdening them, therefore it gives them pain. It causes pain. That pain, shirasya aropitam syat. it is on the head of the Grihasthas. So it is painful because ayasa bagulam asti, more exertion is there. They have to do Shrauta karma, they have to do Smarta karma, and they have to undergo all the samskaras. So therefore they will be under stress all the time doing karma. So therefore ayasa bagulam. Whereas for the sannyasis, no karma, only smarta karma. By that they get moksha. So the requirements for moksha on the part of the grihasthas are more. So therefore, since they have to observe all the karma, ayasa bagulattam asti, tena, by that they have dukkam. They want moksha, but so much dukkam is there. They are all the time they will be doing only the karma, which is gives them only dukkam. So why there will not even time for jnana, because they will be overloaded with this karma. Where will be the time for jnanam also? So therefore, shirasya aropitam. You are loading too much karma on the head of the grihastha. Shirasya aropitam, on the head of grihastha. Therefore it is pakshapata, not proper. Iti. Then the Purva Pakshi gives the reply to the objection. Atha Grihasthasya Grihasthasya eva ayasa bhagulya karanat
eva ayasa bhagulya karanat
mokshaha syat
mokshaha syat
ashramantaranam
ashramantaranam
Shrauta nitya karma ragitatvat iti.
Nitya karma rahitvatvat iti.
So atha is therefore the answer given by the Purva Pakshi. Atha grihasthasya eva mokshaha syat ayasa bahulya karanat. Yes, ayasa bahulyam asti grihastha, because they have to observe Shrauta smarta karma, ayasa bahulyam asti. Therefore only moksha for them. Grihasthasya eva mokshaha syat. Because of the very reason ayasa bahulyat. Because there is exertion is there, therefore only they get moksha. What about the ashramantaranam? For them, Shrauta nitya karma ragitatvat. Shrauta nitya karma. Shrauta karma, which is nitya karma, ragitatvat, absence of that. Because of the absence of them, moksha is not for them. Moksha is not there for them. So ragitatvat moksha is not there for the other ashrama, whereas for grihastha moksha is guaranteed. Moksha is guaranteed because bahulya, ayasa bahulya masti. Therefore only moksha is there for them, not for the anya ashramana iti. Then Bhashyakara says that is also not proper. Tadapi asat.
Tadapi asat.
This also is wrong. It is not correct. Why it is? Sarvopanishatsu Itihasa Purana Yoga Shastreshu cha
Itihasa
Purana Yoga Shastreshu
cha
Jnanangatvena mumukshoho
Jnanangatvena
mumukshoho
Sarvakarma Sannyasa Vidhanat
Sarvakarma Sannyasa Vidhanat
Ashrama Vikalpa Samuchaya Vidhana cha.
Ashrama
Ashrama
Vikalpa
Samuchaya
Samudhyana cha
Shruti Smrityoho.
Shruti
Smrityoho.
Even the Purva Pakshi, the previous statement, is reply that is wrong. But Bhashyakara doesn't reply him directly. He says indirectly. Because of Bhagulya, Ayasa Bhagulya Karanat. Moksha is there for Grihastha, not for other ashrama. What does it mean not there for other ashrama? Other ashrama, they don't have Shauta karma. Shauta, Nitya karma, Rahitatvat. But Smarta karma is there. Therefore, only you said Kevala Jnanat, Ashramantarana, Moksha. But now you are saying Moksha is there for Grihastha. And other ashrama, only Smarta karma is prescribed according to you. So they observe that, and by that will not they gain moksha. So there are also defects are there in this argument, but Bhashyakara doesn't say that here, but we can understand the partiality on here also. Grihastha, since they exert more, therefore they will have moksha. And whereas karma is not, the Shrauta karma not prescribed for sannyasis. Therefore, moksha possibility is less for them. That argument also is not proper. But still here Bhashyakara says, because he said ashramantarana Shrauta nitya karma rajitatvat na mokshaha, that is giving up because they give up the Shrauta karma, therefore moksha is not that. Iti, that vakyam, one statement he made, that is enough. That Bhashyakara will contradict. That is what he does here. What? Sarva Upanishadsu, Itigasa Purana Yoga Shastreshu cha. In all the Upanishads, as well as in all the Itigasa, Purana, Yoga Shastra, in all the Shastram, what is said? Mokshoho, mumukshoho for the mumukshus. Jnanangatvena sarva karma sannyasa vidhanat. Jnanangatvena for mokshaya jnanangatvena. As a part of jnanangatvena for moksha, for moksha jnanam is required. Then for this jnanam, as a part of the anga, as a part of the jnanam, as an anga of the jnanam, what is prescribed is sarva karma sannyasa. So sarva karma sannyasa vidhanat. Sarva karma sannyasa vidhanat mumukshoho jnanangatvena iti. That is, in all the Upanishads, in all the Purana, in the Yoga Shastra, what is prescribed is Sarva Karma Sannyasa. It is a anga, it's an anga for Jnana Sadhanam. Jnanena Mokshaka Jnana is a sadhanam. For that, as a anga to the Jnana Sadhanam, this giving up of karma is what prescribed by all the Shastra. The giving up of karma. Na karmana, na prajaya, dhane na tyage naike, amritatvamana shugu. Shruti Vakyam is there. So therefore, because the giving up of karma is prescribed, therefore the sannyasis, the Sankhyas, they should not be for them the moksha should not be prevented. The Grihasthas have got ayasa bhagulya. For sannyasi, they have given up, they should give up karma and pursue only jnanam. That is what the Shastram says. In all the Upanishad and Shastram, that is what is said. So you cannot charge sannyasi for that. You cannot prevent sannyasis. You cannot prevent moksha for sannyasis. So therefore, sannyasa is prescribed, since it is prescribed with a very shastra. So therefore, that cannot be the basis for the sannyasis to deprive from moksha, deprive of moksha, because it is prescribed by the shastra. The prescription of sarvakarma sannyasa is there for the sannyasis, for moksha. Therefore, moksha cannot be dismissed, negated for this anyashrama, the sannyasis, etc. So, also the sannyasa is prescribed by the shastram for the people who cannot do karma because of some physical disability. Some physical disability, if they don't have vision, if they are blind, or if their limbs are not operating, the lame or hands are not there. For them, since they cannot do karma, therefore for them sannyasa is prescribed. This is said by the Mimamsakas themselves. This is said by the Mimamsakas themselves. Since they cannot do karma, for them sannyasa is. So the main ashrama who can do karma is Grihastha. And for those who cannot do, or for those who have grown out, for them only sannyasa is. Even for those who cannot do, they have to grow to become a sannyasi. Not that because they cannot do, they can take sannyasa. They have to grow out. So, and this Sankhyas, the sannyasis, they have grown out. So for them, sarvakarma sannyasa vidhanam is there by the shastra. So therefore, this sannyasa is a anga, is a jnana anga. It is a jnana anga for moksha. For Grihastha, it is, for Grihastha, they should do the karma. For them, this karma is required as a means to grow out, from that ashrama, and then jnanangatvena sarvakarma sannyasa vidhanam. That is how Shruti prescribes. So therefore sarvakarma sannyasa is prescribed by the shastram itself. Ashrama vikalpa samuchaya vidhana cha Shruti smrityoho. Not that everybody should take sannyasa. If sannyasa is there, then sarvakarma sannyasa. This is prescribed by the shastram. There are Shruti vakyas are there. Nakarmana ityadi Shruti vakyam is there. So therefore, because they give up karma, Shauta karma, Nitya Nimitikadi karma, not there. Shauta Nitya karma ragitatvat. Sannyasinam na mokshaha iti, you cannot say, because it is Shastram itself says. Whereas ashrama vikalpa is there. You can choose to become a sannyasi, or you can continue to be in the Grihastha. Ashrama vikalpa samuchaya vidhanam only is there by the Shruti and Smriti. So a Shruti says brahmacharyam samapya grihi bhavet. Grihi bhutva vani bhavet. Vani bhutva pravrajet. Iti, that different ashrama vikalpas are given. Ashrama samuchaya is there. The ashrama krama samuchaya. There is an order of following the ashrama. And these are vigita by Shruti and Smriti. So Shruti itself ordains. Shruti itself prescribes ashrama vikalpa. As a brahmachari, he studies shastram, then becomes a grihastha. So therefore, brahmacharyam samapya snatva grihi bhavet, he becomes a grihastha. Then grihi bhutva, after becoming a grihastha, leading a grihastha life, then he becomes a vanaprastha, grihi bhutva vani bhavet. Then after the vanaprastha life, pravrajet, he takes sannyasa. There is a ashrama vikalpa is there, there is a krama is there. So, ashrama vikalpa krama samuchaya vidanat shruti smrityogo. Shruti and smriti, they prescribe this ashrama vikalpa. When they themselves prescribe ashrama vikalpa, to deny moksha for sannyasis because they don't have Shrauta karma, that is not proper. In fact, karma is not there for them. They have given up karma. That also Vigita by Shastram alone. So, therefore, because the Shruti and Smriti, they both talk about this Sarva Karma Sannyasa for sannyasis. Therefore, what the Purva Pakshi says is not correct. That Grasthas only will get moksha because they have ayasa bhagulyam. That is also not correct. Iti Bhashyakara, he argues that the sannyasis for them also moksha. First he argued on the part of the Grastha, now he argues on the part of the sannyasis for whom there is no karma. There is no Shrauta Smarta karma really, but for this argument's sake, even the Smarta karma also not there for them. Then Purva Pakshi says Shrauta karma is not there, therefore the Sankhyas will be underprivileged for moksha. That argument Bhashyakara dismisses because the Sarva Karma Sannyasa, it is Shastrena Vidanatvat. And there is ashrama vikalpa samuchaya vidanacha shruti smrityogo. Therefore, sarva karma sannyasa jnanangatvena sarva karma sannyasa vidanat jnanangatvena mumukshoho iti. It is vidanat by what? By shastram. By shastram itself it is prescribed. Therefore, what you say, that is what the Purva Pakshi, the Vrittikara says, it is not correct. Iti Bhashyakara dismisses. Then the Purva Pakshi, he objects to this akshepaha, that we will see. We will see that in the next class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
Dhanyavad.